El Salvador, the very first country in the world to make Bitcoin legal tender, is issuing a Bitcoin bond, and they are heavily oversubscribed according to reports. There's a $1 billion Bitcoin bond, also known as the Volcano bond, that's going to be issued by the country. And they now reportedly have over $1.5 billion of demand. Now, the context here is really important to understand. Previously, Bukele, the president of El Salvador, went to the IMF and said, we need an emergency $1.3 billion credit line to fund our budget with 2021 revenue shortfall amounting to nearly 6% of its economy. The IMF said that El Salvador's adoption of Bitcoin entails considerable risks to the country's financial stability and consumer protection. On top of that, El Salvador plans to offer investors a 10-year bond at an initial 6.5% coupon, roughly half what the country would otherwise need to pay to raise such capital. And so ultimately what we're watching play out here is a country went to the IMF. They went to the legacy system. They said, we need a loan. And they got their hands slapped. They said, we don't like your whole thing with Bitcoin. And so now El Salvador says, screw it. We're going to go directly to the people. We're going to issue that $1 billion Bitcoin-backed bond, and we're going to use half of the proceeds to actually purchase Bitcoin. The other half we're going to use to invest in infrastructure. And it looks like the people around the world are stepping up. Over $1.5 billion in interest already. Now we've got this quote right here from Samson Mao, the former chief strategy officer at Blockstream, which says that pension funds and institutional money will come later. Everyone's watching to see how the first Volcano bond goes. Now, of course, all eyes are on El Salvador. All eyes are on these Bitcoin bonds. But the president of El Salvador has continued to shitpost on Twitter. He continues to call out all of the hypocrisy that's playing out. When I tweeted back on February 1st that the US debt had officially crossed over $30 trillion, he said, El Salvador debt is on an unsustainable path though, right? And then he went on to tweet again after the most ridiculous tweet around inflation from Bloomberg over the weekend. And he said the most powerful country in the world is falling so fast that it makes you rethink what are the real reasons. Something so big and powerful can't be destroyed so quickly unless the enemy comes from within. Now, the hard truth is that all of these little shitposts, all of these little data points, they have a hint of truth in them. And that's why it pisses off people in the United States and abroad. Ultimately, El Salvador is plugging their country into the Bitcoin standard. The Volcano bond, that Bitcoin-backed bond, is going to be a milestone in sovereign debt. If they raise all $1 billion in seconds, the world's going to take notice, and many other countries will follow.
Hey you, did you like this video? Great, we make 5 of them a day and post them here on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and see you next time.